Welcome to Protecting Africa show. We got brother Kenneth in the show, right?
Yeah.
And I'm gonna be asking you a few questions about the topic I'm covering. Now, before I go to the main questions, I wanted to ask you about. You said your name is Kenneth, right?
Yeah.
Now, Kenneth is a European name, isn't it?
No, it's not a European man. He's a black man.
Name is it? Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm a black.
But the origin of Kenneth, you know there is the Africans got different nations like Sutu, Zulu, Ndebele, whatever.
Yeah.
Which origin is that name Zulu? Is that name Ndebele? Is it an African name? Is it originally African name Kenneth?
I haven't researched about my name. I don't know. I'm not quite sure.
You're not quite sure, but for information, Kenneth is a European name.
Is it?
It's not African.
I don't know about that.
Are you aware that most Africans got European names?
No, I wasn't.
Really, you were not aware? You're not aware that most Africans got names like Jacob, like Julius?
Yeah.
And you're not aware that those names are European names?
I'm aware, but I wasn't aware that. I was actually naive on that.
On that. Yeah. But I'm informing you now that most Africans got European names. And the European people, the people known as white, right, don't have African names.
Yeah.
Now you're aware of that, right? You're conscious. Do you think it's an equal relationship when we have European names, but the European people don't have our names? Is that an equal relationship?
No, it's not.
It's not an equal relationship, right?
It's not. Which is not a big deal. I don't think.
Why do you think it's not a big deal?
You know, there are some of the things that we shouldn't take our time.
No, everything that affects us is important.
Yeah, but
which mean if it is affecting us, we need to discuss about it and know why. There is nothing too small or nothing too big. Let me take an example. What happened in our mind when we have the names and they don't have our names? What happened in their minds when we have the names and they don't have our names? What's your intake on that? What happened in our mind when you have the names and they don't have our names? And what happened in their minds when we have the names, we don't have our names? In your opinion?
Yeah, they for sure they might be thinking they are superior than us.
Yeah, okay, that's the point. So when we have we might think what? We might think that what?
We are inferior.
That's clear. So the whole purpose is to make us feel like that.
Oh.
You said it yourself. I did not tell you to say it. That's an accurate observation. When we have their names and they don't have our names, it gives the impression that we are inferior and they are superior. That's the whole purpose. That's why it matters. That's why we have to speak about it. Because if you, as a human being, have the feeling that you're inferior to another human being, it is as if they have taken self-esteem and self-confidence from you. And if you don't have self-confidence, self-esteem, you can't make progress. It means you will be like lower than that person.
Yeah, I think that will only be in mind.
Sorry?
That will only be in mind.
But do you know the mind is what drives us?
I know.
You do what your mind wants you to do.
You know what does those European people do? They give us something to think about. And when we are busy thinking about, the European people, they might be superior than us, and we might be inferior. We are busy we keep on thinking about that, and they're busy taking the economy. They're busy taking the economy and such things. You know, hence I'm saying there are some of the things that you shouldn't take your time thinking about them. You might as well think about, why don't you think about developing yourself? But
developing yourself starts with making sure that you are proud to be you. Making sure that you must start by being proud to be you. You must refuse any form of domination.
Yeah.
That's developing yourself. If you accept domination, then you can't develop yourself. Because when we have their names and they don't have our names, it's domination. Because your name is a very important thing, because it's what people know you for. It's your identity. When I ask your name, what's your name, Kenneth? What's your name, Julius? What's your name? that's your identity. It means it is very important, which means if they don't have our names and we have their names, there is clearly domination. That's dominating yourself. So you said they putting things in our mind to keep us busy while they're taking the economy and whatever. The basis for them to take the economy is first making us accept that we're inferior. And making us accept that we're inferior is also, is not only that, is making us feel inferior to them by making us have their names when we don't have our names. That's not an equal relationship. The basis to end them taking the economy is for you and you to feel equal to them. But how would you feel equal to them if you have their names and they don't have your name? They don't have your names.
Hence, I'm saying, you know, if I can take these books and put them here, and show you some certain pictures here, and when you are busy concentrating on some pictures here, and I'm busy doing something new that you haven't thought about. Let me say, after you have finished read these books, I take this one and put it here. You keep on looking on the things that I'm placing before you, and they take your time. They take your time, and I'm busy doing some other things. That is one of the things that is going to make us inferior.
No, you know, they have caused destruction on us.
They have caused
destruction. And we have to fix the destruction. So fixing the destruction cannot be wasting time. When we speak about, you yourself say that when we have their names, we don't have our names in their head, is like they're more than us. In our head is like we are less, right?
Yeah.
It means the mind of the human being start to feel superior, and the mind of the human being start to feel inferior. You understand? And that is a tool they use to dominate you, which means they can take control over your resources, over your economy, because you are inferior, because you feel inferior and they feel superior. Therefore, things that they have caused to destroy our self-confidence, our self-esteem, right, must be fixed. The destruction. It means if us having the names and them not having our names give us the impression that we're inferior, give them the impression that they are superior, which means it's already affecting our mind, and we function with the mind. It's our mind that makes. So we have to fix it. You understand? So we have to fix that area so that there is no more problem there. Which means we have to correct the fact that we have the names, we don't have our names, so that there is no more problem there. Then we move to the next problem. And then we fix the next problem. Then we move to the next problem. Then we fix all the problems so that there won't be no more problems, including the economy. Because European colonization is not only economic, it is cultural.
Yeah.
It's mental. It is social. It is political. It is in all sphere of life. Everywhere they have affected us, we have to fix it. You agree or disagree? Everywhere we've been affected by these people, we have to fix it.
We must keep on. We must take that time fixing some problems, fixing, you know.
Now, the damage, if they cause damages, right? If they cause damages, you agree that we have to fix the damages, right? Do you think some damages must not be fixed?
Hence I said, you know, there are some of the things that they are not much necessary. You don't have to take your time thinking about them.
Everything. Do you know your body? Your body has many organs inside.
Yeah.
Got brains, got kidney, got heart. You got prostate. You got many organs.
Yeah.
If one organ in your body is sick, the whole body is gonna be sick. You know that?
Exactly.
This is the same with the human being's values.
Okay.
Your values include your culture, your language, you being feeling equal to anybody. So if one thing that belongs to you is affected, right? So your whole body is affected, which means if we start to feel inferior, right? Do you know that generally speaking, Africans feel inferior to European, right? Now, if you feel inferior to them, it means you see them as superior, isn't it?
Of course.
And if you see them as superior, that means you won't challenge any wrong they're doing to you, any injustice that exists. You understand? Because you're feeling inferior, isn't it? It's simple, which mean anything that makes us feel inferior has to be fixed so that we don't feel inferior anymore. Because those things that makes us feel inferior, it's them who have created them so that we feel inferior. It's part of a design they have set up so that they can control us. Because if you feel inferior, that means that person is like a master, right?
Yeah.
If he's like a master, it means you can't really oppose him. Whatever I tell you to do, you do. And which is just a criminal way for them to control us, because we are all human beings, you understand? And then they are not superior to us because they have built their progress enslaving us. It's like they have gotten rich committing crime.
Yeah, I think I agree with you there.
You agree with me, right?
I agree with you now.
You agree with me now, right?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it means anything that makes us feel inferior must be fixed.
Exactly.
You agree, right?
Yeah.
100%.
So